Friends, reptiles, people who are just very tired. Long-term viewers of the channel will know exactly what I'm about to say, but for the rest of you, here's how we do things around here. January is the worst possible time to ever start a new project. No one likes you, January. January is the time where we tackle the pile. The half-finished projects, the things that need an alteration, the clothes out of your wardrobe that you're not wearing right now because they either need fixing or they just need a little something changed. All of that stuff, January is the month to tackle it. In previous months, I've gone through some quite in-depth piles, and lo, some of the objects continue to be here. This year I've got problems. One problem in specific, actually, but we'll get onto that in a later video. Right now, my main focus is that I want to get my sewing table clear. It's currently not clear. I'm not even sure everything that's on here. But that's going to be my mission, my goal for this January, is that by the end of it, this table will be clear, either because stuff has gone to a different place, or hopefully because I have finished the projects that are currently sitting on it to remind me that I need to finish them. We're currently in the in-between days, which is to say the middle of the 12 days of Christmas, which is a terrible time to do anything. You should basically just sleep for those 12 days, maybe do some light recreational activity. Alas, this is my best shot at sorting all of this nonsense out, so we're rolling with it. Immediately I can see that Mothman needs to find a new home. He's just a little guy. Yeah, there's a bunch of projects piled up on the table. There's also some stuff that just needs to go away. There's a lot of general debris. There is a lot of patterns that I need to pack up. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Let's see what we can do. This waistcoat I've had for a while now. There's a couple of videos you can see it in, but it's been lurking around this whole time. Possibly I need to sew that down, but the main reason it's here is that it doesn't have any buttons. I think buttons and buttonholes are possibly everyone's least favourite job, so they always get left till the very end. No bother, we can sort that. This is a coat I think I made last year. I'm gonna have to look that up, I don't know. It is a coat that is Frankenstein together out of a lot of different pieces of boiled wool. I've definitely started the process of whip stitching down all of the inside seams. I've done the body and the sleeves. I haven't done any of the skirts yet. I think my original plan was once I'd done all that, I was then going to embroider over the top of the seams. We'll see if I get that far. Let's start with doing the seam finishing and seeing if we get any further. This doesn't need to be here, it can go away. This, I need to figure out what I want to do with it. Oh, this I was going to... I need to try this on and figure out whether it's just going into LARP kit or whether it needs some kind of alteration first. That shirt I was going to take a pattern from. That, I believe, is, yep, my favourite trousers. I have I had like 5 pairs of these trousers in different colours, and they're all disintegrating now because they were not well made. I quite like to take a pattern from them. So this has been my Christmas dress for many years. I think I originally made it for a LARP. I've worn it for Christmas events generally since. It needs a little bit of a clean up. However, the main problem with this is that when I made it, I ran out of the printed cotton, and so I substituted in this dark green fabric from my stash, which I thought was a synthetic. Turns out it's silk, and I didn't realise it was silk until the 3rd or 4th time it had been through the washing machine. So this is now pretty crunchy and hideous. I think we need to replace it. That's the short version, we need to replace that. I can't get any more of the same print, but I've got a similar green print. We'll see what we can do with that. This is the green dress that's been haunting me for like 4 years at this point. In a very real sense, it's been haunting me for like 8 years, but it's been in the progress of being finished for at least 4. Goodness me. But that's another really boring hand sewing job, so. This was finished. Certainly this is one of the things I worked really heavily on last year, and I can't decide if I thought it was finished or not. I might decide now that it is finished and just put it away. And there is this dress, which again, I have been working on and off for a couple of years now. I did get as far as making shoulder straps and putting them on, but I think I decided they came out too long. The sensible thing, I think, is going to be putting eyelets in the front so I can lace it up, undoing the front of the straps, putting it on, and then pinning the straps in place at the correct length for what I actually want them to be. I think that's the smart thing to do. The eyelets is actually a very quick win because we have the technology now. So coming round to the other side of the table, I have a different set of problems, which is that I have quite a lot of patterns that I've bought and not properly put away. In general, when I've not done something that I know I should, there's probably a reason for it, and it turns out that I was out of file pockets. If you've ever watched my video on how I store my patterns, I have a system with folders, and the pattern guts go into a Ziploc bag, the poly files go into a lever arch file so I can browse through the catalogue. I was out of polyfile sleeves. I've ordered some more. When they get here, I can just sit down and work my way through all of these and several patterns that I've just printed out and not gotten around to doing anything with. I have a system for them too now. I did also notice this, which I think this is a lovely piece of wool that we unexpectedly went to, I think it was the Kendall Wool Gathering. This has been hanging around for a while, waiting for me to turn it into a cushion. Given that I slightly messed up and ordered 2 kilograms of toy stuffing when I'd meant to get like 500 grams of toy stuffing, it might be a good time to make some pillows. That might be a good idea. Also over here, I have my Christmas present from last year. I've got very into these little miniature model kits, and frustratingly, I think this one was just a little bit too complicated and I didn't quite get the whole way through it. Perhaps I should dedicate some time to this before work starts back up again. It would be nice to get it finished instead of having it sit here in progress for another who knows how many months. Is it like that, Puss? Well, someone won't stop bothering me because he wants his tea, so I think I'm going to leave you to it. For everyone who wants to get involved, the plan is, over the month of January, you spend your time trying to finish as many unfinished and half-finished projects as possible. Do your mending, do your alterations, mostly just try and get things off the pile so that for the rest of the year you can work on the new exciting stuff that you're really into. I, on the other hand, have a YouTube channel, so I need to get on with some stuff, but you'll find out about that quite soon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to keep the YouTube gods happy. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see pictures of my cat. And hopefully the things that I make, I should actually take photos of the things that I make sometime. And down in the description box you can find a link to my Ko-fi page where you can make a one-off or recurring donation to support this channel, or you can find a link to become a channel member. I do a monthly blog in both these places. So far it's mostly been about books I have been reading. Channel members also get early access to all of my videos, and some fun little extra perks like badges and emoji. However you choose to support the channel, I couldn't do what I do without your help. I hope 2025 treats you alright. If everything goes according to plan, this is going to be quite a year, but at this stage, who knows, really. So, until then, dream big, and I'll see you next time.